about 4 miles downstream from Abiquiu Dam on the Rio Chama, and what we're looking at is a low ebb flow. In fact, at this time of year, most of the streams are starting to, the snow is melting and running off, and they're quite large. The water's being stored now for use by the residents of Albuquerque later on, and that's kind of the prime directive, is human drinking water. This will sustain wildlife, but it doesn't sustain all of the processes that go on in a water year. In particular, the riparian zone with low stream flows, the groundwater that sustains the riparian zone, the cottonwoods and the willows and even the tamarisk here are drawn down. It places stress on the riparian ecosystem. In 1988, it was declared to be a National Wild and Scenic River, and that's really the highest level of protection a river can get. My nonprofit, a group called Rio Grande Restoration, established the Rio Chama Flow Project, and we're working with the Bureau of Reclamation, the Army Corps, and the federal land managing agencies to try and reoperate the reservoirs, less on a water user consumptive use paradigm and more on a environmental paradigm, and that would sort of recreate stream flows that follow the natural pattern. And have received a great deal of support from Bureau of Reclamation to establish a watershed vision and possibly a group. So the event that you're looking at is an assemblage of maybe 40 or 50 local residents and some agency folks, including the local Forest Service district ranger and the state engineer's Rio Grande bureau chief, to sort of identify what are the key issues in this watershed. Obviously, the naturalizing of flows and providing environmental flows is near and dear to my heart, but what else drives concern among all the folks that live here? And we're meeting at Ghost Ranch to identify some of these issues, and we have the assistance of the Nature Conservancy, a local wildlife rescue group called the Wildlife Center, River Source, which is another educational organization that teaches watershed science and natural history to high school kids, and the Chama Peak Land Alliance, which is a unique organization of a bunch of the larger landowners in this area who want to do restoration work in their upper watersheds. So this is an effort to bring folks together around upper watershed conditions, around conditions on the river. So that's a kind of a holistic view of what we're trying to accomplish. And in terms of a vision, what I urged on the group was the idea that we're in a sacred landscape. It means a lot to us. Everybody that lives on it is touched by it, struck by it. You know, there's economic considerations that flow from this. But basically, this is not something we own or control. This is our home. This is a commons. All of us are sharing this water resource, this Rio Chama, and that includes non-human uses too. And everybody loves the wildlife in their heart, but how does this translate into a common vision? That's what we're grappling with in this, we call it a Congresso. And I believe that there's a great deal of indigenous wisdom from this area. Chama, the word chama, in the Keres language of 5 of the Pueblos means it's tomorrow. So this is the Rio tomorrow. And in the Tewa language, which is the local indigenous language, it means wrestling place, chama, wrestling place of tomorrow.